Hola chicos, hoy vamos a practicar los perfectos y vamos a hablar hoy de los perfectos en el presente. So we're just going to be kind of reviewing the perfects in the present tense. You will kind of recognize these from Spanish 3, I hope. It will be a little bit of review today. And in the future, we're going to be talking about perfects in the conditional tense and in the future tense and possibly even the subjunctive tense. So for today, it should just be a review for you. What are the perfects used for? The present perfect is used to say what has happened or what you have done. Okay, to say what has happened or what you have done. So you need a couple different things to form the present perfect. The first thing that you need is a form of the helping verb haber. Okay, and it's called a helping verb because it's never really used by itself, except for, we can remember, I, there is or there are, había, there was or there were. Those are forms of haber. So that's the only time it's going to be used by itself. Otherwise, it's used along with, like in this case, a past participle of the verb. And I'll show you how to form that in 1 second. So first of all, let's review our present tense forms of haber. Okay, and this is what would come first in the sentence when you're doing the present perfect. So A would be I have done something. To us, you have done something. Él, ella, or usted, a would be he, she, or you have done something. Hemos would be we have done something. And then han would be they have or you all have done something. So this is the first part of the sentence when you're doing the present perfect. As, a, hemos, han. The second part is a past participle. So how do we form a past participle? If it's an AR verb, you're going to drop the AR and add ado. If it's an ER or IR verb, you would drop the ER or IR and add ido. Okay, so for example, I have an example down here. If you want to say, I have spoken with the governor, or I have talked with the governor, you would do your yo form of haber, which is A, and then you take the verb hablar, drop the AR, and add ado. So, he hablado con el gobernador. Second example says, hemos visto las pirámides de México. So we have seen the pyramids of Mexico. So you'll notice here, I didn't just drop the ER of there and add ido, and that's because this is an example of an irregular participle, and we're going to go over that list in a second. So there are some others. But typically for regular verbs, you're just going to drop the AR, ER, or IR and add either ado or ido. Okay. Aquí hay los irregulares. So first of all, if the stem of an ER or IR verb ends in a vowel, the I in ido is going to have an accent. So this list is only irregular because you're adding an accent to the I. And notice I have the conjugated meanings here of the participles. So fallen, believed, read, heard, brought. Okay, otros irregulares, these are just completely irregular. They take a spelling change or some sort of change. They don't just drop the ending and add in ado or ido. You can see there are quite a few. I don't know if I already got rid of ser on your notes, but if I didn't, you can cross that out. Okay, vale, muy bien. At this point, you should be able to do your tarea because you have all of your irregulars and your notes for present perfect construction. So that is it for today. I will see you next class. Gracias por verme. Adiós.